China arms islands, puts U.S. bases in crosshairs. Mischief Reef, South China Sea, 150 miles west of Philippine Palawan. Satellite imagery reveals transformation, new structures, hardened emplacements, retractable roofs. Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative analyzes photos, unmistakable signature. Permanent missile facilities, 3 sets of 3 emplacements each. Not temporary deployment, fixed installation, combat ready. HQ-9 surface-to-air missiles, YJ-62 anti-ship cruise missiles, YJ-12B supersonic anti-ship missiles, deployed, operational, locked in. Range calculation immediate. Kadena Air Base, in range. Yokosuka Naval Base, in range. Guam, in range. Which Chinese artificial island is largest? A. Fiery Cross. B. Mischief. C. Subi. Xi Jinping promised Barack Obama in 2015, no militarization of artificial islands. These outposts remain civilian. That promise shattered. Satellite evidence undeniable. 7 artificial islands. 3,200 acres total reclaimed land. All militarized, all armed, all operational. The Big 3 fully weaponized. Fiery Cross Reef, 677 acres. Mischief Reef, 1,379 acres. Subi Reef, 976 acres. Each features 10,000-foot runway. Fighter jet hangars, 72 plus across 3 islands. Underground storage tunnels. Radar installations. Communications arrays. Missile batteries. Barracks for 5,000 plus troops. Not fishing shelters, military fortresses. Pentagon December 2025 report confirmed DF-27 ICBM fielded. Conventional warhead, 5,000, 8,000 kilometer range. Covers Alaska, Hawaii, parts of continental United States. World's first operational conventional ICBM. Anti-ship variant capable. Can strike moving aircraft carriers. Can hit static land bases. Can reach U.S. homeland. Stay with me, because this changes Pacific power balance forever. May 2025 satellite imagery captured smoking gun. Woody Island paracel chain. 2 H-6K bombers visible on tarmac. H-6K, nuclear-capable strategic bomber. Equipped turbofan engines. In-flight refueling capable. Range, 6,000 plus kilometers with refueling. Carries KD-21 air-launched ballistic missile. Hypersonic speed. Maneuverable warhead. Extremely difficult intercept. Gregory Poling, Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative Director. China can see and hear and communicate across whole South China Sea in way nobody else, including United States, can. 3,000-meter runways on Spratly Islands accommodate these bombers. Northern Australia, within range. U.S. Pacific bases, within range. Regional allies, within range. Not defensive posture, power projection capability. Timeline of island transformation reveals systematic campaign. 2013, dredging begins. 7 reefs selected. Large-scale land reclamation initiated. 2014-2015, 3,200 acres artificial land created. Construction accelerates. Runways appear. Buildings rise. 2016, Permanent Court of Arbitration rules. China's claims have no legal basis. Beijing rejects ruling, calls it waste paper. 2017-2018, first missile deployments detected. HQ-9 SAM systems, YJ-62 cruise missiles, radar installations complete. 2019-2020, fighter deployments begin. J-11 aircraft spotted, H-6 bombers observed, full combat capability achieved. 2023-2024, electronic warfare upgrades, new radome installations, mobile EW vehicles deployed, intelligence collection enhanced. 2025, H-6K nuclear-capable bombers stationed, DF-27 ICBM fielded, complete militarization confirmed. 12 years, wilderness to weapons platform, coral reef to combat base, international law ignored. How many acres did China destroy? A. 1,000, B. 4,000, C. 20,000. Environmental cost staggering. 4,600 acres coral reef destroyed directly. 20,000 plus additional acres seabed damaged by dredging operations. Experts describe it. Largest deliberate environmental destruction in recorded history. Rare coral ecosystems obliterated. Marine habitats eliminated. Fish populations crashed. Biodiversity lost. But environmental damage secondary concern. Military threat primary. Warfare signal analyzed missile deployment pattern. Overlapping coverage. Redundant systems. Layered defense. Short-range systems. DF-11, DF-15 ballistic missiles. Range, 300-600 kilometers. Cover entire Taiwan. Suppress runways. Crater air bases. Destroy Patriot batteries. Medium-range systems. DF-16, DF-17, DF-21D. Range, 700-500 kilometers. DF-16, maneuverable re-entry vehicles. DF-17, hypersonic glide vehicle. DF-21D, carrier killer. Target ships, bases, command posts. Long-range systems. DF-26, Guam killer. Range, 4,000 kilometers. Dual conventional nuclear capability. Can hit Guam. Can destroy Andersen Air Force Base. Can suppress second island chain. Intercontinental DF-27, range, 5,000-8,000 kilometers. Can reach Alaska, Hawaii, California. Both land attack and anti-ship roles. Hypersonic glide vehicle option. Add air-launched. KD-21 from H-6K bombers. Unpredictable launch vectors. Bypass ground defenses. Extended reach. Add sea-launched YJ-20, YJ-21 from destroyers, cruisers, mobile platforms, difficult tracking, multiple attack axes. Total arsenal. 300 medium-range launchers, 300 missiles. 300 short-range launchers, 900 missiles, plus longer-range systems. Pentagon assessment. PLA kinetic strikes would probably be effective within 2,500-2,000 nautical miles from Chinese mainland. Every U.S. base first island chain, vulnerable. Kadena Air Base, Japan, vulnerable. Yokosuka, Naval Base, vulnerable. Philippine bases, vulnerable. Every U.S. base second island chain threatened. Andersen Air Force Base, Guam, threatened. Marine bases, Okinawa, threatened. Even third island chain, at risk. Hawaii, at risk. Alaska, at risk. Continental United States, newly threatened. Which missile can reach U.S. mainland? A. DF-21, B. DF-26, C. DF-27. U.S. response inadequate. Patriot PAC-3 deployed Japan, South Korea. Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, THAAD, stationed. Aegis destroyers patrol waters. Standard Missile 6 recently deployed Philippines. But numbers mismatched. China fires 1 in 300 medium-range missiles. U.S. intercepts how many? 50, 100, 200 if perfect execution? Remaining 1,000 plus missiles hit targets. Runways cratered. Hangars destroyed. Aircraft caught on ground. Command centers obliterated. Stimson Center 2024 report analyzed runway attacks. Fighter runways Japan, unusable 12 days minimum. Guam runway, unusable 2 days minimum. Tanker operations, denied for weeks. Without tankers, no fighter range. Without runways, no sortie generation. Without bases, no power projection. Hudson Institute 2025 report revealed shocking fact. Despite recognizing missile threat decade ago, U.S. constructed only 2 hardened aircraft shelters in entire Western Pacific. 2. China can crater runway, destroy 50 aircraft parked in open. U.S. can protect 2 aircraft in hardened shelters. Cost analysis brutal. China DF-26 missile, $15 million. U.S. carrier, $13 billion. 1 missile versus 867 missiles worth of warship. Salvo of 20 missiles costs $300 million. Overwhelms carrier defenses. Sinks $13 billion asset. plus 5,000 personnel casualties, plus geopolitical catastrophe. Economics favor attacker overwhelmingly. Do you believe U.S. Pacific bases are adequately protected? Comment yes or no. Electronic warfare dimension equally concerning. December 2025 satellite imagery revealed new installations. 6 paved sites with monopole antennas. Oriented seaward. Electronic warfare vehicles deployed. Overlapping coverage across South China Sea. Can jam GPS. Can disrupt communications. Can confuse radar. Can degrade targeting. October 2025 incident suggestive. USS Nimitz operating South China Sea. MH-60R helicopter crashes. FA-18 Super Hornet crashes. Within 30 minutes. Same location. Official investigation inconclusive, but analysts noted, consistent with electronic warfare interference, GPS jamming, avionics disruption, flight control corruption. No proof, but suspicious timing, perfect conditions, experienced crews, maintained aircraft, simultaneous failures. China's electromagnetic kill zone operational. U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission. November 2025 report warned, Chinese electronic warfare targets nervous system of U.S. military operations, disrupts reconnaissance, communications, targeting, undermines connectivity, situational awareness, degrades access to satellites, networked sensors. Can impair U.S. capabilities peacetime and conflict. Core element counter-intervention strategy. Lieutenant General John Kane, Senate Armed Forces Committee, April 2025. U.S. Joint Forces inadequately prepared for Chinese electronic warfare threat. Translation. We're vulnerable. We know it. We're not fixing it fast enough. Warfare signal recognizes brutal reality. China spent 12 years building fortress. U.S. spent 12 years watching. 2015 Xi promises no militarization. Obama believes promise, no action taken. 2016 International court rules against China. Beijing ignores ruling. Construction continues. 2017-2020 missiles deployed, radars activated, fighters stationed, minimal U.S. response. 2021-2025 full militarization achieved, nuclear bombers deployed, ICBM fielded, electromagnetic warfare operational. Each year capability expanded, each year threat increased, each year U.S. advantage eroded. Rate China's strategy, brilliant or reckless, vote B or R. What can U.S. do now? Options limited. Window closing. Accelerate missile production. Current plan, 15,000 long-range anti-ship missiles by 2035, from 2,500 today, but production slow, industrial base limited, time short. Expand hardened infrastructure. Build aircraft shelters. Harden fuel storage. Protect command centers. Disperse assets. But expensive. Time-consuming. Politically difficult. Deploy more interceptors. Patriot batteries. THAAD systems. SM-6 missiles. But magazine depth insufficient. Can't match Chinese numbers. Develop hypersonic weapons. Close capability gap. Match Chinese technology. But programs delayed. Testing incomplete. Deployment years away. Strengthen alliances. Philippines Access Agreement. Japan cooperation expanded. Australia partnership deepened. But host nation permission required. Political constraints real. Undersea advantage remains. U.S. submarines can launch cruise missiles anywhere Western Pacific. Without basing. Without exposure. Stealth China doesn't possess. But submarines limited numbers. Can't defend bases. Can't protect allies. Can't stop missile salvos. And China knows this. Design strategy accordingly. Accept submarine threat. Neutralize surface forces. Crater air bases. Control seas. By time submarines retaliate, Taiwan invaded. Bases destroyed. Fleet crippled. War decided. Final question. Is first island chain defensible against Chinese missiles? Strategic implications profound. Taiwan scenario clarified. Opening hours, China launches 1,000+ missiles. Taiwan air bases cratered. Command centers destroyed. Air Force grounded. Navy bottled. Communications severed. Simultaneously, missiles target U.S.-Japanese bases. Kadena runway denied. Okinawa facilities hit. Philippine installations struck. Sortie generation impossible. U.S. carriers 1,500+ kilometers away, outside DF-21D range initially, but advancing means exposure, salvo attacks, potential losses. Air support limited, tanker bases hit, refueling unavailable, combat radius insufficient, can't reach Taiwan Strait. By day 3, Taiwan isolated, blockade established, amphibious forces assembling, invasion preparations complete. U.S. facing choice. Accept fait accompli or escalate to strikes on Chinese mainland, risking broader war. All enabled by island fortifications, all made possible by missile deployments, all facilitated by 12 years unchecked construction. Andrew Erickson, Naval War College professor. China became first to field analogous capability, conventional ICBM, with ASBM variant, that can conduct rapid, long-range precision strikes out to intercontinental distances, including against strong enemies' homeland and naval forces at sea. China has dramatically changed naval balance and prospective ways of war in Western Pacific and beyond. Translation: we're no longer dominant, we're no longer safe, we're no longer certain. Subscribe to Warfare Signal, where artificial islands become missile platforms. Hit that like button if this analysis revealed China's strategic patience. Drop your thoughts in comments. Mischief Reef began as coral, became construction site, transformed into military base, now threatens region. Multiply by 7 islands, add electronic warfare, include nuclear bombers, factor in ICBMs. Result: South China Sea no longer international waterway. Chinese military zone. $5 trillion trade route controlled by Beijing. Regional allies intimidated. U.S. deterrence questioned. And construction continues. Vietnam now building 21 fortified outposts, matching 70% of China's reclaimed land. Arms race accelerating. Militarization spreading. 20 years ago, fishing reefs, coral ecosystems, international waters. Today, missile fortresses, electronic kill zones, military flashpoint. Tomorrow, battlefield, testing ground, crucible of great power conflict. Unless deterrence holds, unless diplomacy succeeds, unless someone blinks first. But with $13 billion carriers versus $15 million missiles, with 12-day runway repair times, with electromagnetic warfare operational, with DF-27 ranging U.S. homeland, nobody knows if deterrence holds. Nobody knows who blinks first. But everybody knows islands are armed, missiles are deployed, and U.S. bases are in range.